Hey guys, Horrorman back for another review. So today I just want to do a quick review of a new custom figure I just bought. This is the NECA Toys Mirage Shredder, and it is a little bit of a custom paint job, specifically with the head sculpt. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So it's essentially the same figure as the one that NECA released, where the NECA one basically just has this like shadowed face underneath the helmet, but this one here is actually like the face underneath is painted, and there's even a head sculpt, a full like face sculpt underneath. So we'll get to that in a minute, but let's go ahead and just take a close-up of the helmet. Alright, so check this out. If you look at the original NECA one, again, you don't see any kind of face, which is about what he usually looks like, especially in those earlier Mirage comics where his face is just like a shadow with white eyes. But he also, in the pages, you could see that there is a face underneath of the helmet. You can kind of see the skin tone and the eyes, and that's basically what this one is. So you can just get a little bit of a different take on the Shredder with the helmet. Now the actual mask is removable, which is awesome, and he does come with the interchangeable head for the regular, just the regular NECA head. So if you want to change it out, but it's pretty cool. I kind of wanted something a little different, for the Mirage line, which it seems like they're pretty much done with the Mirage Turtles line at this point, but I just thought it'd be a really cool custom to have in my collection. And it's amazing that there is actually a head sculpt underneath this. NECA really went all out. So let's go ahead and take the mask off and get a closer look at the face. So like I said, you can remove the mask. You just kind of lift up here and then check that out. You have Shredder's face, and that's something you probably didn't expect to see of the NECA figure. Now this is a custom. It's mainly custom paint though, because oddly enough, NECA actually sculpted a face underneath that shadowed mask. There is a face there, and this is exactly what it is. The customizer that did this basically just, instead of that shadowy face, he actually painted all the details, got the skin tone, the teeth, the eyes, he got everything down. Now the one thing about this is he doesn't actually have ears on the head sculpt, which isn't too bad because in certain lighting and things like that you really don't notice it. But I think it's really cool that you can actually see his face. So I like the paint job on here. He kind of kept it with just the not the scratches or cuts or anything. It's just kind of like the pre-fight Shredder. So I'm pretty happy with how that looks. Now, like I said, everything else about this Shredder is exactly the same. I mean, it's the same sculpted body. Nothing is added here. It's just simply a different head, but the whole body is exactly the same. And I think it looks really good. I mean, especially with the whole body in the picture here, just looks very awesome. And you can see where the 1990 movie kind of went, what direction they went with, because that movie was really based heavily off of that original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic. And seeing him with this like staff blade weapon just reminds me of the end scene of that first movie. So a pretty cool figure. I'm definitely happy with how it came out. So yeah, all in all, I just think if you're a Turtles fan and you really want something different in your NECA collection, this is definitely maybe something you might want to consider. And for the first comparison, here is the custom NECA Shredder next to the original NECA Mirage Ninja Turtles, and you can see obviously they do scale pretty well. It's really cool to see all of these side by side. And here he is next to the two other NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shredder figures. You have the 87 Toon version on the left, and then you have the arcade game version on the right. And these look really cool all next to each other. Just a great set of figures. Now the 87 Toon figure is definitely a lot more unique sculpting, especially in the torso and in the head sculpt. But the video game version is very similar to the Mirage NECA figure. And here he is next to the NECA Mirage foot soldiers. You have the foot soldier with the bandana on the left, and then you have the elite foot soldier on the right, which is very similar in look to the regular NECA Mirage Shredder. And for the final comparison, here he is next to the original Shredder, the Playmates Toys Shredder, first Shredder ever made, and also the San Diego Comic-Con Vac Metal CGI cartoon Shredder. So you can see there's a huge difference in size here. Alright, so that's it from our quick review of the Mirage NECA Toys Custom Shredder. Now, this is actually made by a guy named Cody. He goes by Donnie's Laboratory on Instagram. I'll go ahead and put the link in the description below. Now, he unfortunately doesn't have any of these for sale. This was the one he had, but he definitely did the work to this. There is another person that I'll put a link in the description as well that goes by Does Machines, and he was actually selling head sculpts of this of the Shredder. So if you want to maybe hit him up, he might have those eventually. But basically, those are the only two guys I've seen selling these so far. I actually wanted a whole another figure. That way I could display one with the mask, with the shadow, and one unmasked, or whatever. So I actually end up buying his actual figure. But yeah, if you're looking for just the head sculpt, you should be able to maybe track one down eventually, and maybe even do your own little custom details to it. I know the Does Machine one is a little bit different. His has some of the scratches and things like that. He's really good with that Mirage style paint, so it could be like a slightly different version. But yeah, check those guys out, give them a follow. They always post some really cool Ninja Turtles customs. So yeah, awesome stuff. I'll go ahead and put up a little slideshow, just show you some different setups with the NECA Turtles. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching my review. Please like the video, leave a comment or question if you have one, and please subscribe. And see ya.